Welcome to Matchstick Rockets, a lesson in basic propulsion. In the late 1600s, Sir Isaac Newton developed his laws of motion, the third of which states that for every action in nature there is an equal and opposite reaction. In the case of a rocket, the action of the rocket engine producing hot gases channeled through an exhaust system causes a reaction of the rocket being propelled in the opposite direction of the exhaust. Here are a few tips to keep you safe while making your rocket. This experiment involves the use of fire and small projectiles. Matches and other fire-related materials should only be used by a competent adult or under adult supervision. Eye protection should be worn when launching the matchstick rocket to prevent potential injury. The information provided here is both informative and more than sufficient to prevent injury. But please note that nothing in this video should be considered as a substitute for you taking responsibility for the well-being of the individuals doing or observing the project contained in this video. Here is a list of the materials you will need to build your matchstick rocket. 1 book of paper matches, 1 box of wooden matches, 1 small paper clip, 1 safety pin, heavy-duty aluminum foil, safety goggles, and a fire-resistant work surface. Please watch each of the following instructions before attempting the step. After each step is explained, you will have the opportunity to pause the video to complete the task. Click the video once to pause, and then click the video again when you are ready to continue. The first step is to create a launching pad for our rocket. Bend a paper clip so that it looks like this. Spreading the base of the clip will ensure it stays upright after mounting the rocket. Now place the pad on a surface that will not be damaged by the rocket's exhaust, such as a concrete driveway or sidewalk. Carefully remove 1 paper match from the pack. Note that the head of the match is coated with a variety of dried chemicals. When struck or heated, these chemicals burn rapidly, creating heat and gases. This will be the engine of our rocket. Next, cut a small square of aluminum foil. It should be just big enough to cover the head of the match. This will minimize the weight of the rocket at liftoff. Now, very tightly wrap the aluminum foil around the head of the match as shown. This forms the housing of our rocket to contain the gases generated during ignition. Carefully open the safety pin and slip the tip of the pin under the foil and push up to the head of the match. Run your thumbnail along the edge of the pin to make a small tube in the foil. This tube is the exhaust channel and will direct the engine gases in one direction and force our rocket to travel in the opposite direction, as we saw in Newton's third law of motion. Finally, position the matchstick rocket on our launch pad. Caution: be sure the matchstick rocket is pointed away from people or burnable materials. It is recommended to have water or some other fire extinguisher available. The foil head of the rocket will be very hot. Making sure the area is clear of obstacles and objects that might catch fire. Strike one of the wooden matches carefully and ignite the rocket by holding this second match under the foil until the ignition combustion temperature is reached. The chemical coating on our matchstick rocket engine will ignite, rapidly changing to heat and gas. The gas is contained in the aluminum foil housing and forced through the exhaust channel. The resulting force of the expanding gas propels the rocket off the launch pad and through the air. As we have seen, the exhaust generates the action, and the rocket being propelled in the opposite direction is the reaction. As you try this experiment on your own, see what happens if you change the diameter of the exhaust channel. Will a larger diameter make the rocket go faster or slower? Does the angle of the launch pad affect how far the rocket travels? Most of all, be safe and have fun.